I'm reviewing a horror film. I was gonna say I'm reviewing a horror film. No shit. Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome to another stale movie review. I'm reviewing a foreign horror film today. This is kind of delayed. Again, I had another week. No, not gonna happen again though. I make this promise a lot. It's really not gonna happen again though. So a couple Wednesdays ago, I was talking about Japanese horror movies and kind of like the style and why I like Japanese horror movies. So it'd only be natural to review a Japanese horror film for you guys. The one I chose was Carved, the Slit-Mouthed Woman. The Slit-Mouthed Woman. I thought maybe it might be because because when I was talking about Japanese horror movies, I was talking about how it mostly deal with ghosts, although this one does kind of deal with a ghost. Anyways, I thought this one would be a little more slashery, and I thought it would be kind of something different than what I was talking about, like the characteristics of Japanese horror movies and stuff. Although it turns out it does kind of like still fit, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why I was trying to find a different one. I don't know. Forgive me. You guys know my pronunciation. Carved, the Slit-Mouthed Woman. The Slit-Mouthed Woman. Slit-Mouthed Woman. English. Is directed by Koji Shiraishi, and the movie is based on a legend. The movie is based off a legend of a slit-mouthed woman. I feel like I have to say that slowly now so I don't say slit-mouthed woman. It's slit-mouthed woman. But the legend, in the legend, the woman is a samurai's wife who is caught cheating, and he cuts her mouth, you know, gives her a slit mouth, and she roams the foggy streets of Japan and wearing a surgical mask and asks people if they think she's beautiful. And I guess according to the legend, depending on your answer, you will meet different ends. I read somewhere, I don't know how accurate it is, but I read somewhere if you say yes, she'll cut your mouth like hers. If you say no, apparently she'll cut you in half. And if you say average, she leaves you alone. In this movie though, they kind of take it a different route, and the slit-mouthed woman is more focused on mothers. It's still a ghost story. Like, you kind of figure out throughout the movie that the slit-mouthed woman isn't one woman, it's a woman being possessed by that spirit, and then she takes on the appearance. So it looks like she takes on the appearance. So these women are being possessed by this spirit, and then they're taking on the appearance of the slit-mouthed woman. So it appears as though there's one woman going around stealing all these children, but it's in actuality a ghost possessing people. And you can kind of figure that out once they kill the slit-mouthed woman the first time. They suddenly realize it was a mother that they killed, because it goes, you know, suddenly they can see who it actually was. So it kind of takes on a whole thing of like motherhood, and particularly like abusive or neglectful mothers. Like, all these mothers kind of show like a duality, like of hitting their children and then being like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, and I'll do it again, and trying to hug them and things like that. So they kind of take it that route. These children obviously are scared of their mothers, so it's like, they're taking it a step further, being scared of your mother. Like, she turns into this like woman with like a cut on her face and a huge pair of scissors, and I liked that. I like that her weapon is a pair of scissors. I don't know, it just because they don't actually show up, but when she cuts somebody's mouth, like you know that she's like sticking the scissors in the mouth and just like you just like hear the noise. I did like that. I thought that was cool. And it was a very cool effect. Like, you know, like she like raises the scissors in the air and just ching. It just looks like a peace sign. These are supposed to be scissors. So like I said, I thought I was gonna be watching something a little bit different than what I was talking about in the Japanese horror video, but it turns out it does have a lot of the characteristics I was talking about. Like I said, it was they don't go into detail about like the spirit that's possessing it. Like they make it seem like it's one of the main characters, Noboru, his mother, but because she was like crazy, and she would, you know, like go into these fits where, you know, like one minute she'd be a loving mother, and then she'd like start coughing and stuff. That's kind of like a tell, I guess. Like they're like coughing, and then all of a sudden she goes crazy and is like beating her kid. And other characters in the movie who have been possessed like show that sign, like they're coughing and stuff, like right before they. So I think it's an older spirit of this SLIT-MOUTHED woman, and it didn't originate. I don't think it originated at Noboru's mother, like they would imply. I don't think. Because Noboru ultimately defeats the SLIT-MOUTHED woman by stabbing her in the neck. But then at the very end, the main character, the teacher, I didn't write down any character or actor's name because I knew I wasn't gonna be able to pronounce it, but our main character, the teacher lady, at the very end, she goes to apologize to her own child, who I guess she was abusive to. Doesn't live with her anymore, but she goes to apologize, and then she goes into a coughing fit, turns into a SLIT-MOUTHED woman, and, you know, last scene is like her raising the scissors in the air, and, you know. So you still kind of get that sense of impending doom, like I was talking about. Like there's no, like a lot of ghost stories, like there's no way to really defeat them. You just can defeat them temporarily, but they're gonna come back. So that's what happens here. But yeah, so I mean, overall, it was an alright movie. It wasn't my favorite. It wasn't the best Japanese horror movie I've ever seen. Knowing the legend though, I like the idea that they took it, instead of like just keeping it like 100% to the legend, like Samurai's wife, cheating wife kind of thing. They like took it a different route with like the whole mother and children undertone thingy going on there. So yeah, so if you've seen Carved, the SLIT-MOUTHED woman, which it's online, so you can go see it. You know, I think it's on Netflix. It's definitely on Shudder. I found it on Shudder. But you can definitely find it online if you want to watch it for yourself. Which, if you like Japanese horror movies, maybe, yeah, go see it. It's not bad. Definitely not bad. And I like the whole, I mean, the SLIT-MOUTHED woman does look pretty cool, so. So if you've seen it already, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of this movie. And if you have any suggestions for foreign horror movies, you can leave them down there. If you want me to talk about another country and their horror movies, you can leave a suggestion down there. Yeah, leave a thumbs up if you did enjoy the movie. No, that's not right. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more of my face and hear more of my voice. And thank you if you are subscribed already. And until next time, stay strange. Bye.